Welcome to the Al Mama Stadium in the Qatari capital Doha for the decisive clash in this round of 16 tie between the home side Ahli of Qatar and their visitors Sepahan from the Islamic Republic of Iran. Last week's opening leg ended in a 2-2 draw, and dramatic it certainly was. It was a nominal home tie for Sepahan, but the game was played in Doha because of security concerns regarding matches being staged in the Islamic Republic of Iran. Twice Sepahan led, but twice they were pegged back, with the final goal of the game coming in stoppage time as Eric Exposito slotted home in the 93rd minute to the delight of Ahli's supporters. The goal came just moments after Omid Nurafkan, a Sepahan substitute, saw red, and that came as the match reached the closing minutes, and it was just after that Exposito managed to find a way through to seal the 2-2 draw, a game really and truly that Sepahan could and should have come away with a far clearer advantage. So the fans have been streaming in and awaiting this encounter, and very much hoping that Ahli can make it through to the round of 16. Whoever does out of the Qataris and the Iranians will be meeting Al Hussein of Jordan in the quarterfinals. That's after they knocked out Esteghlal, another Iranian side, of course, 4-2 on aggregate in their round of 16 tie that has already been concluded. So some final thoughts for the Sepahan players as they gather in the tunnel of the Al Mama Stadium. These fans here will be hoping to see something of a cracker today. It really does promise to be a thrilling encounter. A reminder that if it is all square, as we see Yunus Ali, the 43-year-old in charge of Al Ahli, and there's Moharam Navidkia, who has been in charge of Sepahan since June of last year, a former player, the Al Ahli players taking their time as well, just getting their heads straight ahead of this encounter. There are lots of subplots. There's the danger man for the home side, Michel Vlap, the Dutchman. 5 goals in the competition so far.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the
last time out
as
well. Looks fairly relaxed. It's very much the danger man, and Sepahan will be keeping their eyes on throughout this encounter. Have to stay tight, have to stay close. Here's Sepahan really makes it tick. There's Exposito with the tattoos. His goal. The reason why we are where we are. 2 apiece. Some serious smiles. You see the officials. There's a Japanese crew on the field, the referee and the 2 assistant referees. As here they come. Al Ahli of Qatar on the right-hand side of your screen in white, and Sepahan of the Islamic Republic in yellow and black on the left. Where will this tie go? Who will be making it through to the last 8 of the Champions League 2? Al Ahli skipper Driss Fatouhi will be oldest players on the pitch today, and a bit of competition as well. Many in their 30s, none older than 36 years of age. There is a big day in the quarterfinals. Going to be some encounters when they get underway. 4 teams through already. Which remaining 4 will be there to join them? For those who follow Ahli, coming out, the oldest sports club in Qatar, Ahli, in 1950. Really regularly decent crowds. Too many inside the arena tonight. Let's hope that those who are watching all around the world, wherever you may be, fine game to enjoy. The Ahli lineup, just the one change from the side that drew 2-2 against Sepahan last week. It's a change in goal. Marwan Badreddin coming in after Yazan Naeem Al-Sheikh dropped down to the bench. Making us add 2 goalkeepers on the bench for the home side. There he is, Marwan in the blue. And now he's selected the Munis Ali, giving a little hug to Haram Navidkia. Confirmation that Rio Tanimoto is the man in the middle today. Sets to welcome Fatuhi. What's that? The skipper for Sepahan.
So I have something and talk with you, no other players, okay? And also, just
More instructions, I'm sure, coming through.
okay, one time. I will do this, okay?
Tossing the coin.
Take it. Just one. Take it. All the way.
There is Julian Draxler, the German World Cup winner, in Ahli. Line up to there as we see the Sepahan selection. Also just the one change for them. Mehdi Lamouchi, the winger, coming in. Mohamed Lotfi dropping to the bench instead. Ricardo Alves, number 10, scored one of the goals last week. Reservand. Some options off the bench. And hopefully bring some firepower if needed in the closing stages. So some final huddles, some final chances to pass on vital instructions. That's all we can. Get underway and get this game started.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've been waiting for. Let the countdown begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So we are underway. Ahli of Qatar bidding to reach the quarterfinals of the AFC Champions League 2. And playing from right to left, all in white, as Sepahan. And their familiar yellow shirts and with black trim, black shorts and yellow socks as well. Some early promising moves coming forward from the visitors. Right hand right-hand side. What sort of delivery comes in? Well, it's very deep in the end. Aref, edgy. Getting that very wrong. The central midfielder. And there were options in the box as well for queuing up in there. And, well, perhaps no real surprise that Aref offers an apology to his teammates. Ahli has been in charge for just, what, 2.5 months. He's had a far longer run. June 2025. And the former Islamic Republic of Iran international was appointed to lead the club that he graced for so many years on the pitch. Really the entirety of his playing career Navidya with Sepahan. Mohamedine Asbavi. Mohamed Danesh is Sepahan just knock it around and get some early touches on the ball. Nicely played, looking for a little bit of space. Rezai. Space on the right-hand side again if they want to go there, which they eventually do. Mohamed Mahdi Mohebi trying to play it in, but instantly blocks. Mamadou Doumbouya with the defensive work. Still they come forward, Sepahan, down the left-hand side, into the middle it goes. Fantastic effort, but they cannot turn it in. Rezai with the early chance for the visitors. And well worked down that left flank for Sepahan. With the full-back on toast, and well, the 33-year-old striker managed to get away from the two men closest to him. It's just he couldn't guide Lamouchi's inviting cross inside the near post. Not the easiest of chances, but a promising move in these opening stages for Sepahan, and that's nice to see as well. For Idris Fitoui, Moroccan, who has been with Ahli for the last 2 years. Looking long. His first touch to try and bring it down, but eventually it just slipped away from him, from Esposito. Bavi. Over the top again, just far too much on it. Mahdi Mohebi to get anything on. Ricardo Alves, a key man in this Sepahan midfield and starting lineup. Struggling to get out of their own third in the opening phases of this game. Good start from Sepahan. Arya Yousefi. Happy to go and give a first touch in goal for Sayed Hossein Hosseini. Danesh. Alves. Heavy touch from him, but manages to skip past his opponent. Still he goes. Ghosting into the middle of the likes of Rezai. And so too Mahdi Mohebi. But they wait in vain for a cross it, and is yet to come in. Waiting options, it goes down the line. Lamouchi again. Wild swing at Lamouchi, who wins the corner. And he started brightly as well down this left flank. He's given an indication, the 26-year-old Mehdi Lamouchi. And he who will be causing some problems on that side. Alves comes over to take the Portuguese. A little puff of the cheeks as he sets aim and tries to find some of his teammates in yellow. Outswinger from here. We're going to get a second chance to play this in. Lamouchi again. Oh, that's outstanding. Fantastic. Well, there's no celebration from Kava Rezai, but crucially, he has given Sepahan a really, really early lead. Just 7 minutes on the clock. And the Iranians are in front. Well, they have taken the lead for the third time in this tie. On every occasion they have been pegged back. Can they hold on to it this time around? Well, there will be an offside check. I'm not sure. Rezai was off, but there were a couple of players in front of him who were super header. Just guiding it to Marwan. Really good connection. And VAR, as said, checking this goal. For offside, as said. I don't think he was a veteran striker, but I think some of the players in and around him were. And therefore that is what VAR have to check. Key moment in the opening phase of this game. It would be Rezai's second goal of the campaign. First game in the group stage, which Sepahan successfully negotiated. A nervy wait. Smiles on the face of the visitors. Not quite such an emotion for 43-year-old Yunus Ahli. It's always frustrating when you cannot see and you do not know what's happening, and you just have to be guided. By the officials. Still we wait. All eyes on Rio Tanimoto as he discusses not just with the players but of course with the VAR crew as well. Japanese colleagues in there, Roki Kasahara, Koki Nagamine, doing the checks, and an opportunity for these players just to get to know one another a little bit better, which of course they did after last week's encounter. We'll just have a look along the line. Rezai, you can see two players in front of him are offside. It's about whether he's level, and whether Ahmed Rayad is the man who is keeping him on. And it is tight, and you can understand why they are taking their time to make sure that they get this right. Haji Safi is looking relaxed. He's nearly as old as his early counterpart. 35 years of age now, Haji Safi. Seemingly very much enjoying his experience tonight for a player who is himself hugely experienced. Well over 100 caps for the Islamic Republic of Iran. They have made their decision and the goal will not stand. So a let-off for Ahli and a blow for the visitors, but a real warning sign of what they can do. Zai's wait will have to go on for another goal. You can see the line across here. And we know that a couple of players were offside in front of that man. But he was adjudged to have been marginally offside as well. Just knocks it long as Ahli really yet to get into this game, get any foothold in it. And that's all credit to the way in which Sepahan have started. Well one. Dumbuya. Dumbuya again. And that's better as they get it forward. Esposito into Sekou Yansane. He can't make too much ground as cut out by Aria. Well, still he goes. Yansane, his footwork. Into Esposito around the corner. And asking a lot of Yansane, but he's done really well there, and he's won the corner as well. Playing it off the legs of his opponent, didn't give up. And he's got his rewards as well. Look at that, lovely the way he skipped past Arif. And then the return ball to him from Esposito, nice as well. Blap with the delivery. There's real pace on it, and it's not fully cleared away either. But the referee has seen an infringement. Handball, he's arguing. And he has pointed. So the spots at Ahli, not more than that. They want a card at least as well for Sepahan. So a player going down in the area, and that's what he was looking at, the Japanese official. Robin Tihi, the man going down and clashing with Haji Safi, the Sepahan captain. And it didn't look to be too much in there, and he's arguing. And there's a yellow already being shown. And that goes the way of Mahdi Mahebi. As now it is the turn of the Iranian players to feel it. It did not look to be too much contact, as said from Haji Safi on Tihi, the Ahli centre-back. But we'll need to see this again. And of course, this is being checked as well. So this match in the early stages being dominated by VAR. Keep your eyes on 16. Clearly felt something as he went down, but how much was there? Well, that angle is inconclusive. Tensions inflamed. To get control of the game early on, and right now Ryo Tanimoto is struggling to do that. The two skippers obviously both trying to put over their points of view, lobbying, but it has been overturned. There will be no penalty, and I have to say, I think from the few angles that we've seen, and that is quite likely the right outcome. It did look a little bit soft. We will resume play, and there will be a corner again. So a goal disallowed, a penalty overturned as well. Lap will go again. Flicked into the near post. He's going to have a second bite of the cherry, the Dutchman. And it goes from him. headed away, and then Sepahan can finally properly clear their lines. And Ahli, after a quiet start, it would have been quite something for them. Exposito, Vlap, still it's Vlap. And just runs into a sea of yellow. Mehdi Mohebi. Zai loses out. Dumbuya pulls it forward and it doesn't stick with Exposito. Troost Kong, the Nigerian, just playing it back into Marwan. A rare spell of possession for Ahli, but about time they started getting a foot on the ball. And as I say that, Hamad Mansour looks to play it forward and plays it out and cedes possession to Sepahan. There's Bavi. Danesh. And all the way back to Sayed. Truce with the header forward. And Danesh really misses a minute for Sepahan. Just brings it away. Very patient for the visitors. Alves. Alves again, looking to play it over the top, around the corner. And Ahli equal to it. Vlap showing good bite in the middle of the park. And cannot set Yansane away. Mehdi Mohebi holding it up, neatly played. And a switch of play as well. That's nice from Sepahan. Alves on the charge forward. Just a heavy touch allows Ahli to clear it away, but instantly the ball is returned to the Iranians. Aref just plays it safety first into Hasbavi. Lap again, well, he pulled that out of the sky very neatly. Fatuhi into Yansane. Waiting for support and happy to slow it down as well. Here's Dumbuya. Fatuhi. Lap again and trying to play it into Exposito. Didn't have the elevation that was needed. Aref. Mehdi Mohebi taking on his man, dropping his shoulder and backing himself to deliver. Unable to get past Ayub Amraoui. A good battle there. And the Moroccan not giving up the fight. And receiving a little blow as a result. Amraoui, just 21 years of age, the man who joined in July of last year. He's a Moroccan under-20 youth international. And he was a member of the side that won the under-23 Africa Cup of Nations 3 years ago, despite the fact that he was in his late teens for that age category competition. forward. Well, there's going to be another hold up and play. Aref catching his opponent, Esposito. He was feeling that, the 29-year-old. Up they go. In the hand, in the head, and in the eye from Aref. There's Draxler. He watches on. A member of Germany's 2014 World Cup winning side. So Vlap standing over this, so too Fetouhi. Both with an assist apiece in the tournament so far. Well, he's had a striker goal for Fetouhi, but very, very comfortable in the end for Sayed. Well, that was going to be something super special to score from there. Oh, the Ali skipper. In the end, very, very routine for Sayed, and the danger passes for Sepahan. As you can see, just edging the possession. And Ali having to really struggle to get on the ball in the opening 10 minutes or so. Aria. Nicely forward into Mehdi Mohebi, but he just runs into white shirts and feels it as well. The 26-year-old joined the club last month on loan until the end of June. He's got 1 goal from 4 games so far. Mehdi Mohebi. One of those expected to go to the World Cup later in the year. The Islamic Republic of Iran will be taking on New Zealand, Belgium and Egypt in Group G. And of course, it's for another day. Esposito. Little flick forward, trying to play in. And we had Riyad. Danishka just sliding in. Oh, shall not pass. Fetouhi, nicely played, finding the space. Really good vision. Into Riyad. Back to Fetouhi. Invites his centre-back to get forward. Looking for Vlap. Or Zamraoui. Fetouhi again. Nice ball round the corner, and they're in behind. Oh, that is an outstanding save from Sayed to prevent Ahli from taking the lead. Gorgeous delivery from Fetouhi. And the Sepahan goalkeeper standing firm. Look at this, round the corner, bend on it, absolutely terrific. And there's a piece of goalkeeping. And Riyad denied. It came to him at a difficult height, the right back. He had to control it and keep it down. He managed to do so. Sayed equal to it all the way. By far and away, Ali's best chance of the game so far. Here's Yansane looking to possibly change that. Riyad forward again, Vlap into the danger man. Crucial touch to stop him getting clear. And around the corner again, looking for Riyad, who's unable to keep that in. Well, hats off to Sayed. Covered the ground well and just prevented it from going over the line. He had no right, really, to prevent that from there, the 33-year-old. Willing to register his 3rd clean sheet of the campaign. up a couple in the group stage. Ahli having tops at their group to reach the knockout phase. 2 wins and 4 draws from their 6 games. They scored 7, conceded 4. Sepahan, on the other hand, only played the 4 group stage games after Mohan Bagan of India withdrew from the group. As we see the save again, really smart work from Sayed. And unlike Ahli, Sepahan actually suffered defeat in that group, going down to Al Hussein of Jordan in the opening game, and rebounding with a couple of wins and a draw. And incidentally, it is of course Al Hussein who stand next in line in the round of 16, possibly for Sepahan, possibly for Ahli. So Sepahan throwing deep inside their own territory. Forward it goes. Zai with a little header, and then doing the defensive blocking as well to stop Trustekong. Making ground for Ahli, the former Nigeria captain, having joined Ahli last month. Very, very experienced figure, bolstering that defensive line. Infringement was spotted just as Sepahan thought there was a possibility of a counter. Esposito putting his case to the official, as Ahli just looks on, the former Qatar international. And former Ahli player, used to play alongside Guardiola when he was in his playing days. Yunus Ali has been nicknamed Guardiola as a result of that partnership with Pep. We'll come back to that in a moment. Here's Yan Sane. Doumbouya overlapping, not used. Fetouhi. Fetouhi just gives it away. And Sepahan do the same as well. Snapshot comes in. Not going to be troubling. Sayed from Mansour. Set up nicely for him. There he is, I said he's played against Pep Guardiola for a couple of seasons. Nicknamed Guardiola as a result. He's been coaching since 2019, Yunus Ali. Yet to hit the heights of his former midfield colleague, I think we could say. And then again, very few do. Yan Sane for Ahli. Vlap. Twisting, turning, seeking the space. And finding Doumbouya. Well, he's played it forward and a lot on it to Yan Sane. Able to gather. He goes down in case you've joined us late. Kaveh Rezai had the ball in the back of the net after just 7 minutes, only to have the goal disallowed by VAR, who spotted an offside. And then shortly after, he thought they had won a penalty. It had been awarded, but was overturned in the VAR room as well, to the relief of that man. Vidkia played for Sepahan for 18 years, many of them as captain. He represented his nation, the Islamic Republic of Iran, on many occasions. He said of today's game, it's an important match. We have to keep focused, was what he really emphasised prior to kick-off, especially as both teams know each other now. And something of a panic clearance from Marwan. He's saying, not there, knock it forward, knock it long. not into touch when we are deep inside our own territory. Area will take the throw. Another Sepahan can't be expected to go to the World Cup. Mehdi heavy, scrapping with Rawi. Flap. Backing himself to get out of a tight corner. Just about managing to do so. It's nice footwork again from Yansane. Well, they've done really well, those two, to get out of there. Riyad. Fetouhi. Just slowing it down. And then looking for Exposito. Good keep ball from the Iranian side. And they managed to open it up as well, and now they can come forward. Aria leading the charge with the Sepahan side. Mehdi Mohebi into Aref. Good spell of possession from Sepahan. Is there an end product at the end of it? There's Bavi. Aref again. Danish. It's a little bit like the early stages of the game when Ahli could barely get a touch. Alves, Rezai. Really good possession play from Sepahan. And that's undercooked, and Dumbuya will show his abilities as he tries to play Ahli forward. There's Bavi. Alves. He dropped very deep. Area. Still Area. Good run from him. Here's the delivery going to come in from Mehdi Mohebi. Alves playing it forward on the floor. Nice idea. Nice effort as well. Well, it didn't come off. Arash firing wide. But really well worked. The first touch was good, and Arash Rezavand, who scored in the opening game. Look at that. Troost Ekong just getting a toe in. Outstanding bit of defensive play from the Nigerian to deny that man his second goal of the tie and the first tonight. Such a common feature these days, that pushing and shoving, and referees talking to the players in the run-up to the delivery of dangerous set pieces like these. Will the ploy work? And Swinger headed up. They're not fully cleared. And they can still get this in. And they can, but straight at Marwan in the end. Well, Ahli simply just did not clear their lines. And it was worth an effort. A hard one for Hasbavi to generate the power. Needed power and needed placement. But eat and drink in the end for Marwan. Michel Vlap again. Of experience of European football, the Dutchman. He's spelling the Bundesliga with Arminia Bielefeld in Germany. Obviously played back home in the Netherlands as well. Jansane looking dangerous. Drops the shoulder, still has it. Still Jansane goes forward into the area as well. He goes down. Nothing doing from the Japanese referee, who had a close look and decided against it. And every time he drops his shoulder, Jansane, he causes some problems. And Exposito for Ahli lets fly. And a deflection, and Sayed needs to keep that in to prevent that from going behind for the corner. Just ghosted past. And then Mehdi Mohebi doing his defensive work for the team. A little foot round the back of Jansane. He's in again. Vlap. Well, he wanted to take the touch to set up the shot. It just didn't come off, far too heavy, the first contact. Sepahan just wobbling a little bit at the back. You just need to get this down and get their foot on the ball again. They've looked composed, but rattled in the last few minutes, which we really haven't seen before. And is there communication with the VAR room again about that little clip on the back of Jansane? If there is, it is not strong enough for now to prevent the game or send Rio Tanimoto to the screen. Face of real anxiety from Yunus Ali. Where they go flicked on, but Zahi, he wasn't there. Nicole. Booyah. Under hit. Sepahan can break it. Alves. Still Alves going forward. Muscled off it, and Fetouhi can play this forward to Exposito, and Sané just muscled off the ball. And that'll be a Sepahan throw. See what he's saying, play it forward, want to run onto it rather than having to check behind. "22 years of age, Sekou Jansane started all Ali's games. Just the one goal so far. With an appearance for Paris Saint-Germain as well, which is where he ended his youth career. And Sané having been born in France. Quite something for the CV. Sayed gathers. He played in the 2022 World Cup. Also something for the CV. Not reminding about conceding 6 against England, but he kept a clean sheet against Wales. And he's looking to keep yet another one tonight. There's Bavi. Trying to usher Sepahan forward. Cut out, but still Sepahan win it back. Mazai's in the middle if he can get fed. Strike from the edge of the area and just flashes across the face of goal, well wide in the end, I think, from Haji Safi. You can see what he was trying to do, just curl it over the goalkeeper and into the top right-hand corner. A nice idea, but poor execution from the Sepahan skipper. Esposito wins the flick, but no one there to benefit from it. It really does get slowed down at times. Very much walking pace stuff at the back, and then Sepahan like to pounce. There's Bavi. Sayed just plays it back into Hasbavi, the 22-year-old. Used to play in Qatar, so you know the territory very well, Hasbavi. In the Qatar Stars League with Al Sadd. Al Sadd, who have been steered back up to the top of the table recently by Italian coach Roberto Mancini, who's doing really good work since he took charge a few months ago. That's nicely played out to the right-hand side. Arya coming forward. Nice dummy as well. Mehdi Mehebi with the strike, and it doesn't travel too far before it gets blocked. Flap. Nice football from him again. Turning and then playing in Riyad, who's on the charge. No one around him. And he needs help. Will it come when he strikes a goal? In any case, Riyad straight at Sayed. But once again, Ahmed Riyad is causing real problems on the right-hand side, the Qatar under-23 international. 2 strikes now he's got away. That one not causing as many problems as his effort midway through the half, but still forcing Sayed into action. He waited and waited and waited, but there was no help coming. And so he was very much entitled to pull the trigger, which he did. Here's Arya. Alves. Danish. Bavi looking for Alves, cut at it. It will be a Sepahan throw, but good pressing from Exposito. And in the early stages of this half, it did not look as though the opening 45 were going to be ending goalless, but that's the likely scenario for now. Alves dropping very, very deep. As he tries to create the play. And break the lines, lovely ball forward. Touch back. Haji Safi will get this back. Well, that's loose, and it's gone to Exposito. Can he make the most of this opportunity? Is Flap offside? Well, he did touch it, and he was indeed. I think if he had left it, Riyad, had he been able to keep the ball in, would not have been offside, as you can clearly see. And the attempt to play the ball, whether he got a touch or not. Ensuring the flag went up, and frustration for him, his side. Hanging on in there, and creating most of their chances through Riyad, not through him, which most of us would have expected before the game. Arya. Aref. Alves. There's Bavi. Safety first again. From Danesh. As we wait to see how many minutes of additional time at the end of this opening period. Good pressing again. Too forceful though from Mansour. Dropping to the floor and winning the free kick as well. 7 minutes of additional time there will be. Understandably so, given the delays when VAR were checking both the goal that ended up getting disallowed and the penalty that was overturned as well. No hurry whatsoever to get on with things. comes. Dumbuya with the flick. Yansane. Smart turn, and then he's unlucky that the ball played off his heel into touched it. Give away possession. I don't think he necessarily noticed it, the youngster. Zay. Esposito looking for Rayad, who's caused no end of problems from that right-hand side. Good running, excellent energy, getting into dangerous positions as well. Fatuhi goes in hard, but no decision, no foul on Arash. Esposito trying to wriggle it away, and Alves doing really well to win possession of him. The two number 10s going up against one another. One Portuguese, one Spanish. Mehdi Mohebi. Aria with the switch of play. Beautifully taken down by Haji Safi. Bavi again. Aria. A really important block. Alves on the floor and feeling the pain. And he was caught. And he could feel it. Fatuhi coming in. I think he just trod on the left foot of Let's have a look. There you go. Just catching the back of his heel. And he, 32-year-old, is showing the referee exactly where he was caught. Joined from Tractor in August of last year. A major scoop for Sepahan in bringing him in. And to say Tractor not happy about the sale would be an understatement. He's been with the club for the 3 previous seasons, and they felt they still had a hold on him. Instead off to Sepahan he went. His first season with the club, and he's got some goals and 4 assists as well. And it's that creativity that his side need at the moment. Yansane. Back up on his feet. Ricardo Alves. Plenty of thinking for Vidkia, 43-year-old. Alves again. Well, the foot was high and Fatuhi caught it, and that's a free kick Al Ahli's way. He's catching it on the elbow rather than the head, thankfully. Either way, judged to be dangerous play with the high foot. So Fatuhi just taking his time, the Moroccan. And floats one in, nicely done. Vlap picks up the second ball. Comes inside Vlap. Is he going to have a crack? Well, he is, but charged down. And Sepahan, well, they've got 2 minutes just under. So trying to make this count. Lemouchi. Invited forward again. Lemouchi, and it's just going to be a throw. And he's so adept at twisting and turning, even though you know what he's going to do to find the space. Michel Vlap. And on this occasion, he couldn't get a clean strike away. Another in his first season with Al Ahli. He joined from FC 20. And the Netherlands back in August. And having settled really, really well. Aref. Just over a minute of the additional time to go. Aria. Limushi. And again. Touch forward for Vesvel. Always trying to walk it in. Sepahan with their pinpoint passing, but it went awry in the end, and then Exposito being held. Pulled back as well. To the fury of that man. He goes into the referee's notebook. No stranger to a yellow card. Mohamed Danesh. Sent off earlier in the season in the league. Just that tug on the back of Exposito's shirt, spotted by the official. And hence the yellow card. No truck from the man in the middle. Well, the time is up, and first half that was eventful, things that got overturned, comes to a close. That man there, Kaveh Rezai, the ball in the net early on. His header flicked home, but ruled out later for offside. And then at the other end, there was a penalty for Ahli, who was awarded, but then overturned also by the video assistant referee. Which means at the break it is still 2-2 on aggregate, but it's 0-0 on the night in Doha. Ahli 0, Sepahan 0.
Still a Skytrax 5-star airline. That's a lot of bests, and none of it happens without the best passengers. Thank you for flying with us, and for voting for us. We go further because of you.
Everyone's crazy about football. But boxing, that's a never-ending game of techniques. One wrong move, game over. Tennis, a marathon with the racket. When it goes wrong, you become your own worst enemy. I came for football, I stay for more.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. You'll play a role in the future of football. With Kelme, leave your mark.
So the teams coming back out onto the pitch. As we see if either of these sides can break the deadlock in the next 45 minutes. That man came as close as anyone in the opening period, Ahmed Rayad, forcing 2 solid saves from Sayed. And despite his promptings, Vlap unable to trouble the Sepahan goalkeeper. He had a very busy opening quarter of an hour in the game, and I'm sure we'll be hoping things get a little easier in the second half. So we're back underway. Sepahan, the visitors from the Islamic Republic of Iran, getting us underway, playing from right to left in their yellow jerseys and black shorts and yellow socks, and the home team Ahli, the Qataris, all in white. A reminder that Al Hussein of Jordan await in the round of 16. Al Hussein, one of 4 teams already through, along with Ratchaburi of Thailand, Tampines Rovers from Singapore, and Al Wazl of the United Arab Emirates. Here is Rayad, who only started his first game in the group stage last time out. The fullback. So this is second start, and well, he's taken to it. In just his first season with Al Ahli. But he's been one of the standout players so far. That's nice from Exposito. Using his strength as well as he tries to play it into Vlap. Aref goes home. As Bavi clears it away, but he's going to be coming back. Exposito trying to wriggle past a couple of players and offers the apology to Jan Sane as well. Alves. Lazily back to Danesh, the only player to Lemouchi. And still Lemouchi dropping his shoulder to the byline he goes, and then the cut back to Rizai. Just didn't have enough oomph or power to get there. There's another ball on the pitch, but play goes on for now. Alves looking forward. And anywhere will do time at the back as they just thump it long and away. There's Bavi into Danesh. Booked in the first half, as was Mehdi Mohebi as well. Sayed. Played round the corner, but into Al Ahli instead. And Sané Trying to make some ground down the left flank. Dumbuya. For Tuhi. And Sané. Oh, nicely controlled and just trying to wriggle away, unable to do so. Rezai just a little bit too forceful for the Japanese official in his desire to win the ball. As you can see, an arm round Amraoui. Flap. True Stekon. And safely guided backwards by Tihi. Jansana into Vlap. True Stekon. Tihi. Rayed. No, Rayed just turns into trouble. Limushi, who put in a decent cross early on for Rezai to try and turn home. Haven't seen too much of him since then. Here is Rezai again. Limushi trying to ghost in from the left-hand side. What's the delivery like? Doesn't beat the first man, but not fully cleared away. And then Arash just trying to get a toe on it. And there's two. And in the end, just pumped high into the Doha sky. Here's Exposito. Switching it out to Jansane. Up against Aref. Drop of the shoulder again from him, and then nicely played back into Aref. He hits it long, and Sepahan retained possession. Well, Neves felt he was fouled and just stopped, and eventually he does win the free kick. Mansour the guilty party. Just a hand on the thigh, but a clear pull on the shorts as well. Clearly see some thinking that should have been a yellow as well. That's nice. Aria. Can he find the delivery? He can't, because that's an outstanding defensive tackle to recover from Dumbuya. Showing really good power and poise. Had to get it right and just got something on the ball, Amadou Dumbuya. Just 18 years of age. On loan from Al Duhail, who he joined last year from Nice in France. It was in September before then being loaned to Al Ahli on the very same day, the France under-18 international. It's a tidy player, one certainly to keep an eye on. He said in his late teens, he looks very composed. Graduate of the Sochaux youth system in France. Vlap and Danesh battling and both looking to the referee for solace and support. And still they're going at it. Vlap and Danesh. Oh, and shoving. His opponent not helping Vlap's case. In swinger from Alves. Headed away by True Stekon. From Al-Khaloud in Saudi Arabia last month until 2028, the man who won nearly 100 caps for Nigeria's Super Eagles. captained the side for many a year as well. And that's deep from Alves, and that's going in harmlessly behind. Well, after all the build-up, the delivery unable to match. The opportunity goes missing for around Navidkia's side. Sane, ball taken off his toes. Now goes Arash, who's been pushed a lot further forward in this second period as Sepahan go in search of the goal. Safi just getting a foot in. All over the park. Looking for support, which doesn't come. And so he goes back to his goalkeeper, Sayed. Over the top for Rezai to chase because he can't get through to it. Jan Sané, Vlap. Esposito looking to go. And does go. Sayed doing well to clear that away. True stick on. Be mindful in this position. He slipped last week. A very costly slip as well. It allowed Sepahan in for their opening goal. And an ideal way to make an impact for your new club. Very unfortunate it was as well. Very stadium as well. Alves just getting a toe in and not going down. Arash. Aria. Nice driving run from him, and still Aria. That will pick this up. Can they break it? Pace themselves. Esposito. There's a man in space on the left-hand side, Jan Sané. He's picked him out. A bit wider than he would have liked to. Up against Hasbavi. Just... I was going to say it goes home, but looking to lazily swing it into the centre. Feeling the force of that. The 32-year-old. Thankfully back up on his feet. Arash is enjoying his best scoring season ever with Sepahan, 5 goals since joining in July. And there's still some way to go. Exposito. Fatuhi, nicely played into Vlap. He tries to dance his way through the Sepahan back line. And then maybe just runs into Doumbia. Here's Jan Sané again. Mansour. Doumbia into Fatuhi. Opens it up to Riyad. Riyad with the delivery. Needed clearing. And Mehdi Mahebi not for the first time. Getting back to the defensive side of his game. Crucial touch as well. And Sané just lurking, waiting to come his way. Well, this is nicely in from Vlap, punched away by Sayed. Really good, solid, double-handed fist to get that away. Vlap's delivery with pace needed to be dealt with. You can see Vlap just catching Sefi. Shake of the head. That's the intense focus and concentration. Ahli as worn as his expression all game continues. He was previously in charge of Al Rayyan, and before that had a longer spell with Arabi. But it's something else to return to the side that you used to play for many a year. Tihi. And Rawi. Vlap. And Sané. He's overplayed it and he's been caught. And they're in behind Sepahan. And they could open the scoring here, but they can't because Rezai was in and he simply could not profit. Mistake when he overplayed it in the centre of the park, Sekou Yansane. And then one touch and Sepahan were in behind. And from that sort of area, you have got to be forcing the goalkeeper into a save or hitting the target. Instead, he just clipped the frame. Look at that. Top right-hand corner. That's how close Sepahan were. And frustration again for Kava Rezai. There's a yellow card brandished and shown to Yansane. If that's a little bit of frustration as well from him, because he almost cost his team very dear. And still, no one in the Ahli goal holding on to his clean sheet. He has been tested. Yansane can certainly feel a little fortunate. And so just breaking it up in the middle of the park. Fatuhi back into Dumbuya. And then just a foot through it at the back to take that forward. Agricultural area. Sefiu spent all his career at Sepahan, where he came up through the youth system, the 23-year-old. Alves forward into Rezai. Well, this could be promising. Mehdi Mohebi with the strike. Straight at Marwan. Once again, gets down low and quickly. Just fall on top of the strike. And that's the best we've seen from Mehdi Mohebi so far. Taking on his opposite man, skipping past him and getting a strike away. Well, at the half-time, Sepahan had more shots on goal. More shots in general, let's say 7-5, just one on target though. Whereas Ahli, who would have fewer, had more. Mehdi Mohebi around the corner into Aria. Still Aria. Alves just trying to touch it into Rezai. Put his face in his hands, and now they're countering at the other end. Yansane, still Yansane needs to deliver this into the middle. Well, he ran out of ground a bit. And I think he's having a little word with himself as well. Well, you could see what he was trying to do. He got it all wrong and possibly guilty of overplaying at times, the young man. And not releasing the ball early enough. You saw that when he was caught a few moments ago. And again there. Lemushi does well to keep this in play. And then goes down under the challenge from Tihi. Born in Sweden to a Moroccan father, Tihi, but he's a cap for Finland. And is a man who had international options, let's say. So Ivan Sanchez, the right winger, will come on and just slot in for Mehdi Mahebi. Yet to score more assists from his 3 previous appearances in the Champions League to Sanchez. Not be a bad time to find the first. He does have one in the league. It has been a tight, tense game, and one goal could well be enough to win it. Alves, that's a good ball in. And no one was really attacking it for Sepahan. Here's Sanchez. Bringing the fresh legs and energy. The Spaniard. What can he bring that is different? 3 years of age now. And Sanchez to the byline. They go into the middle. They go Fetouhi with a little flick away. Rayan showing his strength to try and hold off Lemushi, who does really well to win that battle. Swung in again. This time by Haji Safi. And Rezai going in search of crumbs again up top for Sepahan. Lemushi. From Alves to the winger. Haji Safi. A little bit of space here for Aref. Sanchez now. Aref again. Waiting for his options, RF. Danesh. He clipped forward into Lemushi. He's the touch, and Truce Ekon coming across. Very alert to the inventive ball forward, looking for Lemushi, who unsurprisingly puts his thumbs up, because that was neat in behind. Nigerian Truce Ekon. Reading the danger, the man who played in the Premier League with Watford in the past, with Udinese, he played in Serie A. And now he is using his qualities to his new Qatari side. Alves will deliver again from the corner. Deep it goes, and flicked away by Troost-Ekong again. Alves again. Swung in and attacked to the near post. Rezai. And he just got far too much on it. Needed a little glance. Not an easy chance, especially when attacked like that. Perhaps just a little touch to guide it towards the far corner. Would have worked better. Certainly generated some good power. Former Iran international. It's been missed. And Danesh will cover. And will fall in fairly forcefully as well with the challenge. And with his protests. He was arguing. It should be his ball. Very unhappy, but it's not. Troost-Ekong back into Marwan. He's deputised as captain for Ali when needed, just as he did in the group phase on a handful of occasions. Here's Exposito, and he felt he was being pulled. He simply stopped Limouchi. Is that a handball? If it was inadvertent. And is that under hit? No, it isn't. Marwan coming out with Limouchi just beginning to look interested. And now the foul eventually, and possibly belatedly, does go Eric Exposito's way. Just over 20 minutes to go. And if there is no goal to separate the sides, then to extra time we will go. And if that cannot produce a winner, then it is the dreaded penalty shootout to see who will make it through in this round of 16 clash. Fetouhi standing over it, and Fetouhi will deliver. Clip forward, attacked, and it's not fully cleared. Yansane just trying to hold on to it. And the ref comes back to clear it away, and Ahli will have to build again. Safi making a forceful point. The man who's been with Sepahan so long, he was with the team when they got to the final of the AFC Champions League nearly 20 years ago, back in 2007, the furthest they've ever gone in Asian inter-club competition. And he was around for it. Teenager. And here's Exposito going up. Just a clash of heads with Aria. I think possibly Angie Safi has made his point. And Rawi, Rayad. This will come through. Vlap. Striker goal, and takes a little deflection and needed saving. And it was an important save as well from Sayed, who's not had much to do in this second half. And the little nick made it really tricky. It was a good strike. And it was Danish whose head. It came off inadvertently, as you can see, but making life really difficult for Sayed Hosseini. Good block away. He's only scored once in the campaign, Exposito, and that was last time out against Sepahan in stoppage time to draw us level. 93rd minute of the game. What a time to do it. And Ali just refusing to give up. After falling behind twice last week, they need to achieve parity on both occasions. They're not exactly going well in the league, the Qatari side. 10th out of 12 teams in the division. They lost their last 3 as well, all 4 in their last 5 games. Just a spot above the relegation places. Contrast that to Sepahan, who are in good form. Persian Gulf Pro League. 4th, 3 points behind the league leaders Gol Gahar, but they do have a game in hand in that, and they're top. That's a big delivery from Yansane, which did really well to keep alive. Vlap back into Yansane. Gets it away. And then the Ahli players just crowding out Iran Sanchez and forcing the error from him. And they've got the throw as well. Booyah. Trustakov. Way home once again. Lap. Around the corner to Yansane. Mansour gets away from Lemouchi. Back into Yansane. Vlap with Doumbouya to his left and he's waiting for better options and plays it into Trustakov. Rayad. Clipped forward. Esposito goes up to win the header. And claws the pass as well. Just a fraction above him. Difficult to get up, get over it, guide it back towards goals, but he gave it his best. Yet to score in the league this season. Esposito. Bagged 7 last time around. Quite performed this season than he had last. He will be forced into a change. It's a skipper who he will be losing. And to do so. Well, the thumbs up suggests he's going to be okay. A bit of magic spray. Safi in his 4th spell at Sepahan. 3 league titles. He's also played in Germany and Greece over the years. And he's just coming off before going back on. He will want to see this out. Draxler still, he watches on, the 32-year-old. He has been playing in the league, but he missed the first leg of this campaign, of the round of 16. Featured in the group phase, however, 5 matches, 3 assists. No goals as yet. Not in this competition, in the league, yes. Lemouchi goes up for the header and instead he just clashes straight into Mohamed Reza Bourdba. And that's a yellow card that goes his way as well. Lemouchi, and he's going over to apologise for catching the youngster. I think he's trying to explain that there was absolutely no intention on his part whatsoever. So his forearm connecting with the chin of the 22-year-old Bourdba. Explanation that it wasn't an elbow, but there was admittedly contact. Tension reigns. This match on a knife edge. Substitutes will be thrown in again from the bench for Sepahan. If they try and find a combination to unlock the Ahli backline.
He's into trouble. Into Danesh. Buildup. Unaffected seemingly by it. Clash with Lamouchi. And now just a little fractious. Alves arguing against the foul awarded. You can see why, because Exposito went down and it was Vlap who landed on his left foot. Not a Sepahan player. Hence the complaints from the Iranian side. And if they score from here, Ahli, Sepahan will have no end of complaints. There's the trio. Sepahan substitutes usually bide their time to come on. Danesh organising the back line. For Tuhu, we've seen some decent deliveries from him. Vlap as well. And it is Vlap who takes it, doesn't beat the first man. Lamouchi drops the shoulder, goes past for Tuhu, who brings him down. The pressure eases out of Sepahan faithful. Under the caution, they will think that justice has been served, that no real trouble. And this is the result of that incorrectly awarded free kick. So here come substitutions. Mohamed Mehdi Lotfi dropped for today's game. He's going to be coming on. So too Majid Ali. Centre forward. Mehdi Lotfi for Lamouchi is just a straight swap in the left wing area. Yari. One for Rezai, who is unable to get his goal in the end. And then the final change. It's Buildup. Enters the fray. And here he is. Sanchez. Yes, he played into Alves. Put a space on the left-hand side if they go there, and they do. Mehdi Lotfi. Buildup. Nicely floated in, but didn't travel too far. And try again, Sepahan. And they've got the free kick as well. An opportunity to send up the big men from the back. Riyad just with a little block. And it was adjudged to be enough to with Sepahan the free kick, and he's still arguing his case. Not sure it's going to get him anywhere. Ricardo Alves will stand over this again. Looking for the goal that will clinch this tie. Swung in deep, just needs a glance, and it does get one from Ahli, who's just come on. Well, he rose well. And it wasn't an easy opportunity by any stretch of the imagination. He was leaning back, had to try and guide the header on target as well. A half opportunity rather than a proper one for Ahli, 29 years of age. His first season with Sepahan. It's a bit longer than just 6 or 7 minutes. Exposito down again. Trying to evade the challenge. He stepped out of bounds. Safi forward. Schuster-Cole. Just lofts it up. Danesh gets underneath it. Dumbuya into Riyad. Safi furious that the decision has gone against his side. Yeah, fairly calm. Here we go, a toe in from Haji Safi off Riyad. Clear as day that it should be a Sepahan throw, and I think that with that earlier free kick just a few moments ago going Al Ahli's way as well. You can understand why the protests from Haji Safi were hardly vehement. As Barbie. Just keeps things tidy in the midfield. Swinging it forward. Ahli as far as Fatuhi. On the floor into Vlap. Up round the corner looking for Yansane. A bit of body contorting from Aria prevents it going through. So the young Al Ahli forward. Easy forward from Schuster-Cole. Play on, says the referee. Fatuhi into Vlap. Exposito. Never coming in. Always starting out too wide. From the 29-year-old. Drop of the shoulder. You can see he was just trying to bend that in. Top left-hand corner, unable to do so. So Riyad is coming off with a really impressive opening period. Couldn't properly affect things too much in the second half, as much as he would like, Ahmed Riyad. Positive performance, and on comes Suhaib Ghanem. Now there, winger. So play right back if needed. He was the player who came on last time around, Ghanem. Received the ill-timed tackle from Ahmed Nurafkan, which resulted in his red card very late on. And it was just after that that Al Ahli found the way through the Sepahan defence for a second time. Schuster-Cole forward. Here is Ghanem. Boardbar. Sanchez again. Alves. And Sané just prevents that from going forward, but Sepahan win it back. Buildup. Sanchez. And he slows it down and he takes it back, which means that Sepahan just have to build all over again. Safi tries to drop the shoulder. Does on this occasion get the throw in. There's Bavi. Sanchez into Alves. Being played very far in front of the defensive line of Ahli. Haji Safi. Esposito with the back heel. And it goes straight to Hasbavi. Alves. Much additional time. 5 minutes is on the board. 5 minutes will be enough for one of these sides to find the winner. Haji Safi just going forward and then gets the block in, and that'll be a goal kick to Ahli. And still, there is no way through as yet. Presents a calm exterior, strongly suspect on the inside. It is quite the opposite. Very keen to continue this Champions League 2 adventure. Ahli boss. The club's first appearance in Asian Inter-Club competition for many a year. And they do not want it to end well. Not for the first time today. Esposito getting clattered. He's led the line and drawn the fouls. He's still going. So Ahli pushing the men forward. 6 on the edge of the Sepahan area. All about the delivery from Fetouhi. Up it goes. Is there a first touch from a player in white? There isn't. OF will just put his foot through this. Ahli will have the throw. 3 minutes of the regulation 90 remain. Clip it through to Ghanan. Well, they've kept it alive, Ahli. And just when it looked like there might be 2 on 1, Danesh hacks it away. Well, this is surely it, because there's not a lot of time to go. Tihi on the charge from right back. Sepahan are unable to clear their lines. They might be able to do so now. Trying to fashion a late goal, which would absolutely clinch the tie. If they can keep this in. Ghanan, who's just come on, 3 in the area, and he cannot get the delivery in. But Ahli will have another chance to do so. And they were queuing up at the back post. They haven't always got the numbers forward. From this set piece, they certainly can. The goal now would surely win it. For Tuhi again, and trusted with the set piece. In swinger from him, going deep, lots of bodies in there. Good punch away from Sayed. And then an overly physical challenge on the edge of the area when Sepahan were boxed in. Means that the Iranians can come away. He did well there. Again, Sayed. Just far too eager. Maybe Lotfi feeling the effects of that challenge, no doubt. So just seconds remain, and it won't be too long before surely sent into the next phase of the game, where we will see if anything can separate these sides. Throw in. Is there time to take it? Danesh caught him. Certainly in some serious pain. Let's have a look at this. Some strapping on that knee in any case. And then, as you can see, trod on by Exposito. The wincing and the pain. For Mohamed Danesh. And he's certainly feeling that. He's a no-nonsense defender. And amidst it all, the final whistle has gone, which means that we will be heading towards another 30 minutes as we await the goal that will take these two into the last 8. And if it doesn't come, if they don't come, it will be the dreaded penalties.
It's okay. Thank you so much.
So Toinkos again to determine the ends. Yes. Ahli and Sepahan, who are getting to know each other very, very well. Continue their bid to progress. Fetouhi being very present for his side. Despite his 36 years, gets through a lot of work in the centre of the park. And the man who is captaining the side for the second time in this competition. Ahli, just the one chance for him after he came on. Not an easy one either, as he tried to turn in Ricardo Alves's free kick. But it was Sayed who produced some decent saves in that second period, especially when the strike from Exposito took the deflection off the head of Danesh. Well hit by the Spaniard and well saved by the Iranian goalkeeper. So extra time is underway. Now Ali of Qatar kicking us off. Where are the goals going to come from? Haji Safi. Ali making a nuisance of himself as Tihi just gets it away. Well, that didn't go to plan. Yansane in here. Yansane in behind. Well, with a minute of the clock in extra time, Ahli have made the breakthrough, unable to do it in 90 minutes. An error at the back from Sepahan allows in the youngster, and he slots home to the delight of his colleagues. Is that the goal that will take Ahli into the quarterfinals of the Champions League 2? Or is there more to come? Well, he hasn't had a sighter or opportunity to score before, and when this header went very, very awry, Seko Yansane was not messing around nor missing either. Danesh could not have got that more wrong, and Yansane could not have got that more right. Nutmegging Sayed in the Sepahan goal. And Ahli, for the first time in the tie, lead. Well, that is an uncharacteristic error from Mohamed Danesh. Normally so reliable. Very clearly trying to head it in one direction, getting the timing all wrong. Which means that he has gifted the home side an opportunity to go ahead, and how they have taken it. And we're going to have to see more from the visitors. And I wonder just how fired up and pumped up Danesh will be about making amends for that error. Boardbar. Alves. There's Barbie back into him. Sanchez. Still Sanchez. And Sané winning the ball back off him, but then just giving it back. Aref picks it up. Fatuhi into Vlap. And he sends Exposito on his way. And Ganesh, I think he's going to be a man on a mission in the remaining 26, 27 minutes to atone that misjudgment of connection. It has not been a good week for Iranian sides in the round of 16 so far. Istiklal having exited the competition when beaten by Al Hussein. That's a nice ball in. Marwan punching it away. Really good bend and delivery and shape on the cross from Sanchez. Sepahan with renewed vigour. Here is Sanchez again. Trying again, dinks it in, and Fatuhi with the header. Boardbar follows it up. Aref. Sanchez. And gets it back from Maria. Round the corner. Sanchez in again, up against Jansane. Gets the delivery in. It's not fully away. There goes down in the area. It's looking for a penalty. With an earning one.
Put the ball out! Please stop the game, ref.
That's Barbie.
Two players injured.
Dropped very deep. Again, his first season at the club, a regular in pretty much every game, but injury or suspension for too many yellows. Otherwise, he's always there. Space for Sanchez here. Can he get in another decent delivery? Onto his left foot, Sanchez tries to tee it up. Striker goal from Aria, blocked. Well, this may well be the pattern of the game. Sepahan trying to build the attacks, and then Ahli will be looking to hit them on the counter. Here's Sanchez. Well, careless. A bit profligate, and Vlap goes down, and that's going to run that clock down. Is it a hamstring? Is it a groin problem? He's being invited to leave the pitch by Rio Tanimoto. He's got some thinking to do. It will soon be a return to domestic duties for him. And if so, well, no real contact on Vlap, but it's just an overextension from him. It is enough to take the influential Dutchman out of the game. And Talal is going to be coming on in his place. Well, I said it looked fairly innocuous. Talal in the alley is far more defensively minded than Vlap. An attacking midfielder being replaced by a defensive minded one, but when you're holding on to a 1-0 lead, that's a substitution that does make sense. Especially in a game where goal-scoring opportunities have been at such a premium. Sanchez. Just too much on the juggling. Loses possession. Alves just wrestled to the floor effectively by Fetouhi. Excuse me, Boardbar it was. You can see the pull of the shirt from Fetouhi. And that was why Boardbar, the Iran under-23 international, goes to the floor. Well, more changes. Mehdi Mohammadi, amongst those coming on. And Ali Hodadi as well, he's a centre forward. Mohammadi, a centre back. As Bavi is off. And the throw of the dice. 6 substitutions now from Sepahan. Swung in from Sanchez, needed a flick, didn't get it. Striker goal and headed away bravely so. The man whose goal separates the sides, Jan Sané. Sort of change at the back. And here is Mohammadi. Haji Safi has come more central. I think the idea is just to play 3 at the back and push numbers forward. And that's wayward from Boardbar. Almost shake of the head time from Mariam Navidkia. Praised for his humility. Said he'll think about quitting his role if he doesn't deliver, which not many say. Marwan goes down and the clock will tick down. He's on the verge of steering his side through. Still needs to see it out. Marwan. Looking as if he'll be okay to continue, the goalkeeper. His 8th year now with Ahli. Can add to his clean sheet collection, they will be over the line. Aref. Damesh out wide. Safely back into Marwan's arms. And a little bit of a spring in the step. They go long this time. Looking for Exposito. Jan Sané. And he gets it back. It's well played by Ali Yari, who is fouled. And that'll be a yellow card. Knows it is coming. Boardbar. Looking for Aref round the corner, didn't manage to come to him from Haji Safi. It's all about the delivery from here. Buildup. Opened up. Clip forward. And Marwan comes and gathers, and Fatuhi just very calmly moves it to the side. Sanchez. Sepahan players queuing up. That's an inviting ball in. Really good header away. And then an over-eager challenge on the edge of the area. And wise it was indeed. And that just relieves the pressure once again. He just didn't need to make the challenge. That was a nice ball forward. Marwan did really well. Putting his face in where it hurts. Gliding between two bodies to get it away. And then this is the challenge that just wasn't needed on Mansour. Really, Lotfi just committing himself, and then in the air he couldn't hold back, and it just allows Ahli to take their time and clear this away. This is a good run forward, really good run forward. It had to be stopped, and it really was. Well done as well. And then Ahli looking to counter. Yansene in again, in behind, and just loses his footing at the crucial moment. I think he was just trying to come inside, work it onto his left. And just as he was trying to execute that manoeuvre, a mild slip, and that could easily been sent in for number 2. And a second goal for the hosts would surely see this off. Sanchez showing some good fight. And brought down the Sepahan bench. Out in force to complain about the lack of a decision. Still play goes on. Trustekog playing it out. And joining those displeased with some of the decisions by the referee, but it's a game of football for you. Space here for Sanchez. Onto his left. He's still on his left. Well, he's going to have to work it all again. Mohammadi. Still got a couple of minutes, or just under. Sanchez, Aria in the middle. Anywhere will do time at the back for Ahli. On this occasion, the header back does go correct from Hadi Mohammadi. Swings it out to the left-hand side, and it gets all the way through as well. Aliari interested in the middle. Delivery just doesn't come. Ali can bring this away. And Yansene, if he can stay on side, is in an acre of space, but he couldn't do either stay on side or receive the ball. Sanchez looking to work this onto his left. He doesn't, goes with his right on this occasion. Buildup. Danesh dinks it forward. Marwan punches. And Fatuhi just touches it wide. Offside. Spotted. There you go. Good decision by the assistant referee. Good bit of goalkeeping as well by Marwan. So Marwan with quite possibly the last play of the first period of extra time. And there it is, there is the whistle. Plenty more pondering going on from Younes Ali, a deep thinker, but at the end of the first period of extra time, half time, it is Al Ahli 1, Sepahan 0. So we await the final 15 minutes with Al Ahli leading Sepahan thanks to that Seko Yansani goal a minute into extra time. He's trying to rally his troops. We saw Sepahan slowly trying to force the pressure late on in that opening period of extra time without ever really creating a clear-cut chance, and that's been their problem for much of the game. But although they've had nearly a dozen or around a dozen strikes on goal, just 2 have hit the target. Dinked in, and Yari goes up. Well, he was looking for a colleague, and selfishly so, could have gone for goal himself. Marwan clearly pumps up the 35-year-old. Hits it long. Mohamedi Aref. Sanchez. Seen a lot on the ball, put in one really good delivery. Here's Aria. Twisting, turning into the middle, into Alves and behind for a corner. And that may well have to be a rear guard action from Al Ahli. Sanchez, in swinger from him. Comes all the way through to Danesh, who does hit the strike and gets the save, and then Troost-Ekong trying to explain, I could have cleared that in better fashion. Well, this was the moment of redemption, and struck it well enough, Danesh. Forcing Marwan down low. And Fatouhi putting it behind for the corner. And Troost-Ekong was very clearly telling him I could have put it out for a throw or towards the halfway line. Danger therefore not cleared. Outswinger, and in they come, and that was attacked as well. And they're on the charge and on the break here. Alex Esposito, he had 2 players to his left, and he never stopped charging forward. And just a little bit more hesitancy, you might have seen them, especially with a promising counter-attack on. Boardbar Looking for a switch of play on the right-hand side, and well, Ahli still have it. Fetouhi in support. Exposito in the middle. And Ganad just taking his time. Well, this is a better run. And it ends in a foul. Buya's got to be careful with that yellow card. Area in full flight. Wants to go back to take it from the correct place. Not going to go down with it well with a team chasing the goal, trying to stay alive. Danesh. Mohamedi. Down the corner from Aria. Ivan Sanchez. A fellow substitute Boardbar. Back into Boardbar. Danesh. Can't break the lines as yet. Can Sanchez help engineer that? Aref. And again. Boardbar. Side to side, and they're not making much vertical ground, and when they try to do so, they lose the ball. Yansane also does so. Aliari chasing what is a, let's be honest, something of a lost cause, unable to get round Amraoui. So just over 10 minutes to go. And Ahli will be in the quarterfinals of the Champions League 2. Unless Sepahan can find their scoring boots, which have deserted them so far. Sanchez up against two. Bounces off Fetouhi. Danesh is just going all the way back to Marwan, to Sayed. He's come a long way out of his goal. Gets it back. Sayed. Sayed this time goes long. Sanchez nicely played inside. Aria back into Sanchez. Aliari in the middle. So too Aref. In it comes. Over them all and well met by Amraoui. Promising opening, and for once inside the fullback in a deep position, Sepahan. Danesh just trying to dink it forward. And they're trying to play it back in. Dubia alert to it all. And Marwan reading the move as well. And there's a face that sums up some of the feelings and emotions of Sepahan. How different would it have been if Kaveh Rezai's early goal had stood instead marginally offside? That's the VAR decision to rule it out. And Exposito urged to keep going by Yunus Ali. And Sekou Yansane is unable to keep going. That's very much the treatment for cramp. But with the gesture for the substitution. It seems that he will not be able to continue. And he's staying on the field for now. Well, not at least leaving on the buggy. But he is going to have to leave the field before he can come back on. If indeed he's going to come back on at all, but he didn't want to go off on the buggy. Slowly trudging away is the man who has the all-important goal. Islam Yassin coming on, nominally a left back, the 32-year-old Egyptian. And he may well slot in to the defence to lock it even tighter as Ahli try and run down these next 6-7 minutes. Danesh with the header. Boardbar back into Mohammadi. Very deep he drops now. Madreza Boardbar. They need movement ahead of them, and they're not always getting it, Sepahan. It's a lot of the balls going side to side and the same old plays. Sanchez just being shoved off it by Islam Yassin. Nervous face as Ricardo Alves looks on. Ahli. Boardbar. Mohammadi. Trying to twist and turn, but running into trouble there. And Sepahan gather it back. Haji Safi's bending ball. Well, that's only as far as Ali Yari. A better connection and control there. And he could well have been in. And now it's Esposito at the other end. That's really well played by Mohammadi. And they want to keep some of the momentum going here. Haji Safi puts in another ball in, flicks forward. And Boardbar with the header forward. Aria, who's popped up on the left side, having played most of the game on the right. And backs himself to go past Ganad. Into the middle it comes. And the strike doesn't follow. Oh, Mohammadi thinking about it. And then overthinking it. And then losing out. Fetouhi. He's got Esposito to his left if he can pick it out. And he can. Exposito's trying to win it! Oh, just a whisker past the post. Well, that would have clinched it. He left it very late on match day one in the first leg, and look at that. Struck it really, really well. Exposito, he had a try earlier. And it was coming back in, but still possibly a yard or so wide, but his best effort of the game. Mansour loses possession. Doumbouya wins it back. And Ahli have the throw. Just over 3 minutes and whatever gets added on. At the end of the second period of extra time to go. Some tired bodies out there. Khalid Mohammed, the latest, who's set to come on. And he is on it. He replaces Mansour, who's worked hard, not always a starting player. Mansour, but he's worked very hard tonight. In and out of the side, but he's done his credentials no harm whatsoever. Hamad Mansour. So, Khaled Mohammed with his first Qatar national team appearance in November after 7 years without one. Also went to the Asian Cup in 2024, which Qatar won. He was a squad member, so he's got experience in Naus. Danesh just shoved over by Ganan, who's put in a few challenges like that. So to Mehdi Lotfi, the other substitute for Sepahan. 2 minutes to go. Danesh. Ali Hordadadi. And again, he plays it out. Ali Hordadadi. In it goes into the middle. Aref with the header, and he just cannot take it. Well, he didn't get it right, and he knows it. They have not had so many clear opportunities like that in the area. He was just too far in front, was trying to stretch his neck to bring it round. Julian Draxler might well be asking, where was the marking? Ricardo Alves will be saying, come on, let's use that. Are they going to get another opportunity as Rio Tanimoto reaches for his notebook once again? Marwan, the player, going into it. For what one can only assume is an attempt to run down the clock and waste a bit of time. Into the 120th minute we go. Ali up against two. Needs to go into the middle. Cut out and cleared away as well. Sanchez was scrambled to keep this in. Boardbar. Players in and around the area. And the ball is just not coming to them. He thought about going back, but he really wants to go forward, Mohammadi. Boardbar, he's got room to deliver something. Instead plays it short. Twist and turn, and they lose possession, and they never got it into the box. And Al Ahly can break 3 on 3. Can they get this right? Maybe 4 on 3 now. Well, Khaled, who's just come on, choosing instead to run the clock down. 2 minutes of additional time. And they've lost out, and Sepahan can break, except they slip at the crucial moment. 90 seconds to go. Maturity from the 25-year-old. Instead of trying to go for the second, just trying to run the clock down. Unfortunately for him, he over-rigged it and lost possession as well. Got a little bit lucky there. Well, Sayed will pump this forward. Sepahan will hope that finally they can make the breakthrough. It has not been their night. Danesh launching it forward. And Yari going down. And Marwan following suit, except in his case with the ball, where you can see the clear pull on Aliyari by Ayub Amraoui. And that's why he turns to the referee, but nothing coming his way. Sepahan have to take this forward and try and get it into the area. Here's Ali. Mehdi Lotfi wants to deliver, does deliver. True stick on, meets that. And then it comes back in again from Ali, and more head tennis. And Exposito, who's run all night. It would have been appropriate if he had been there for the final moments, which these surely are. And there it goes. The final whistle blows, and Al Ahly have beaten Sepahan 1-0 on the night, courtesy of Sekou Yansane's goal early in extra time, the 91st minute. to go through as 3-2 aggregate winners. They made hard work of it against a Sepahan side who refused to go away. And it was an evening of few chances and some opportunities going begging. The goalkeepers and defences out on top, but it is the Qataris who go through. They will play Al Hussein of Jordan in the quarter-finals when they get underway early next month. It is ended in the Qatari capital, Doha. Al Ahli 1, Sepahan 0. Al Ahli are through to the last 8 of the AFC Champions League 2.
Ivan, hard luck. This is a tough result over 2 legs. How do you assess the team's performance tonight?
Well, when you lose the game, always is difficult, no? But I think the team start today good. In the second half, maybe we need to play much quickly because I think we play slow and Al Ahli stay good in his pitch. At the finally, we have a little mistake. It's normal in football, but I think in the 2 games, for me, we play better. Of course, for example, in the first game, but this is the Champions League. It's a top competition. They are a good team.